Hey, welcome to the channel. I am musically malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. We are in the 2014 debut album from Band-Maid called Made in Japan, and boy, am I having a good time. For real. This is track number 6, Big Dad. I'm looking forward to this one because as I was preparing some things for it, I saw something that it is about, a story about a father. From what I saw, a small glimpse, because I don't read ahead. I don't look into things before I get to experience them with you. But if you've been following along, you know that we listen to the song. I may point out a few things that stand out to me. But then on the other side, we dive deeper into the meaning of the song and into the lyrics. We've created our own documents that we've used AI to help us get the literal translation, but also like the heart translation and what the original Japanese was trying to communicate, and it pulls in some translation notes that give us some ideas around culture and lore and things like that. And so I'm really interested to see where this one goes, but let's jump on over and listen to Big Dad by Band-Maid.
背中を向けたまま聞いてよ全部伝えたいから世界
You can already feel it's like an affection. What if we get on the other side of this and it's completely not what I think it is? But at least even the sound of it feels light, affectionate, like it brings joy to them as they're singing or thinking about this.
で一番大きなぬくもりに今手を振ってアルバムの中幼い笑顔レンズはまで瞳に守られていたなんだって一人でできるなんてね
It almost has kind of a nursery rhyme feeling to it. I'm not saying like it's childish or silly or anything like that, but the cadence and what seems like a simplicity to it has that feeling to me.
いつから素直になれなくなったんだちっぽけな自分が嫌でも懲りずに叱ってくれた背中を向けたまま聞いてた私の息すべて外へ飛び出す勇気を持てたのは愛をしてからビッグバックにこの歌を涙もろいとこまで見てるからこらえててもきっとバレてたんだね自分を信じ突き進め不器用なパパのマジック背中を向けたまま聞いててきっと強くなるから世界で一番大きなぬくもりに今手を振ってビッグタットにこの歌をいつまでも照らしてねいなくても笑っていてねそしていつか抱きしめてね授かる小さな命をその時にはちゃんと言うよだから今は背中を向け
I really like the soft thing. This is the first time I've really heard it like this soft, this subdued, and it's kind of really gives the ability for the voice and personality, I think, to come through at a whole different in a whole different way.
たまま聞いてよな 少し真面目に言わせてありがとう背中を向けたまま聞いてて未来を奏でるよ世界で一番大きなぬくもりがここにあるからビッグバックにこの歌を
Oh man, I am getting closer and closer to getting an intro to Japanese. It's the new lifelong pursuit, right? Okay, I could learn it. I wonder if there's like a manga that is supposed to like help you learn Japanese at the same time. I'll look into it a little bit. Let's hop on over and check out our documents that we have created that you can find in the description. There's a link if you'd like to download it for yourself, review it for yourself. This says, Big Dad is a tribute to a father's love, steady, so that's the part I saw when I was creating this, but I didn't read any of the rest. Steady, imperfect, but unshakable. The singer reflects on growing up, realizing how much strength and guidance came from someone who rarely showed it directly. It's told from the perspective of a daughter who can finally say thank you, even if she has to do it with her back turned so the tears don't show. Oh, and I know in Japanese culture, and I think in several other Asian cultures, there isn't generally, from my understanding, quite as much affection from a father, and especially like father to daughter, as there would be in America, or even, even in America, probably more of the boomer generation showed a little bit less affection. And then I think I fall in the millennial. I was born in 88. And so, we've kind of bounced back from that a little bit, wanting to be more involved in our children's lives, but I'm not quite in that like super soft parenting side. Like I still got a little boomer in me, of discipline and of restraint, not totally like, oh, okay, just slowly explain your feelings. But I am very much like, all right, well, let's talk about it, okay? Let me help you understand why I've made that decision. Teaching them how to think as well. But, I have a daughter. I have two sons and a daughter, and I'm very affectionate toward my daughter. I'm affectionate toward my sons as well, I give them a kiss on the head, tell them good night. I read to them every night for nearly a decade. But obviously, as they got older, they, would do things a little bit different at bedtime. But anyways, I do know that that's something more in line with this culture. And again, not even just in this culture. I do wedding videography, so I see fathers and daughters, have different kinds of relationships, and some are more affectionate than others. But this idea that, like, she wants to say thank you, but is also almost kind of scared to show her own emotion as well. The recurring image of turning my back while I speak captures Japanese emotional... Okay, sorry. If I would have just read the document, all right, then we would have got the same thing. So that's what I was just saying. Expressing love through humility, not spectacle. It's a song about gratitude, legacy, and quiet strength, the kind of love that doesn't need to be loud to be eternal. That's beautiful. Listen, even though my back is turned, there's so much I want to tell you. I'm waving now to the biggest warmth in the world. This is an interesting line. I wonder what the literal translation says here. I'm waving my hand now to the biggest warmth in the world. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what that is implying. In the photo album, I can get the big picture, but I'm curious. In the photo album, that childlike smile, the camera lens was like your eyes, always watching over me. I can't do it all on my own, I used to say. When did I stop being honest about how much I needed you? That's cute. It's like they had this mutual respect and understanding. She also realized that maybe she put some distance between them, but that also could just be in response to like him not pursuing. Even when I hated how small I felt, you kept scolding me, never giving up. I listened with my back turned. That was everything I needed to live. So it's almost like, yes, it's just a natural thing sometimes that comes, it's with every child. I'm not saying every child has to rebel against you, but in most cases, you are kind of the enemy because you're the one that's having to discipline and set parameters. And there's a lot of love in that and joy in that, but you're still in some ways the bad guy until your children mature like we all did. And unless you had, a very abusive parent or a really broken home or situation, there's probably still at some point this realization that's like, they actually knew a thing or two, or now I understand why it was so difficult. I used to get so annoyed when my dad would be like, he'd raise his voice. I'm like, why are you yelling at me? He's like, because you won't listen if I don't raise my voice. And I was like, I've experienced that as a parent myself. You say something kindly 3 times and nobody listens. Hey, please stop. Please stop. Hey, can you guys please stop? Hey, stop it. And then they're like, oh, why are you yelling? I'm like, because you wouldn't listen otherwise. So it's almost this idea, like she had kind of turned her back, but was still listening. And then eventually came to a realization that was like, oh, you really knew a lot. You were really there. It was everything I needed to live. The courage to step outside came from knowing love. In my big bag, I'll carry this song. We're alike, even in how easily we cry. You probably noticed, even when I tried to hide it. See, it's also this idea that like she recognizes he was watching, caring, thinking about her. Believe in yourself and push forward. That was your clumsy magic, Dad. That's a very cool way to say that. Clumsy magic. It's almost like a statement that like an oversimplification, right? Just believe in yourself, push forward. It's like, yeah, but what does that mean? Like, how? And it's like clumsy magic. It's like he knows how and you'll figure it out, but it's just the way of saying it. That's a really interesting saying. Keep listening while my back is turned. I'll become stronger. I promise. I'm waving now to the biggest warmth in the world, to my big dad. Okay, that's what it's saying. He is the biggest warmth in the world. The big dad. And we'll look at this term big dad in a second. But she's literally like waving to him. My big dad, I give this song. So sweet. Please keep shining on me forever. Smile even when you're gone. And one day when I hold a small new life in my arms, I'll say the words properly then. But for now, listen. Even though my back is turned, I don't want you to see me cry. So just this once, let me say it seriously. Thank you. That's beautiful. Let me say it seriously. Like all jokes aside, thank you. Sorry. Oh, it gets me. Because the biggest warmth in the world is still right there. In my big bag, I'll carry this song. That's so sweet. Okay. Whew. My tissue box is empty. Okay. Listen while my back is turned. A deeply Japanese way to express humility and emotion. Turning one's back implies modesty. It's easier to say something heartfelt without facing the listener directly. I can understand that. There is something very intimate about looking in someone's eyes. Big Dad in Japanese literally reads, "To Big Dad, this song." The English phrase carries a sense of affection and grandeur. He's both a father and a larger-than-life figure. That's beautiful. Big Daddy. We're alike, even in being quick to cry, a tender acknowledgement of inherited vulnerability. In Japanese families, expressing gratitude to a parent, especially a father, can feel awkward, hence the repeated act of turning her back to speak. It's love filtered through respect and restraint. The big bag image symbolizes carrying lessons, love, and legacy forward. Something she'll pass to the next generation. It almost too is like, it's a compliment. Like, what you've passed on to me requires a big bag. I can't just, and the reality is maybe you've had parents that it's like, yeah, it's in a tiny, tiny little purse. Like, I got one little thing I can put in there. Some of you have had very rich relationships with your family and your parents that it's like, no, like if I'm going to carry all the love and the memories and the wisdom, I need a big old bag. That's a very cool way to think about that. Oh, man. They're hitting me again. I'm loving this journey. Thank you for being along for this one. Let's have a conversation in the comments. What stood out to you? Is there anything that we missed? And I hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.